What is up, guys? I'm here with my Week 13 NFL picks. A quick recap of last week. Week 12, we went 12-4, it looks like, and my total record is now 111 and 65. Last week was pretty predictable, actually. Other than, to me, I think the Saints and the Rams. You could have picked that upset. I picked some bad upsets. I picked some bad upsets with the Broncos at the Raiders. I probably should have picked the Bills and Chiefs. Jags versus Cardinals, that was kind of wacky. Okay, so let's get into our Week 13 NFL picks. Again, I'm just going to go over the ones that are fairly close. I'll go more in depth on those, and then I'll just state who I've got for the other ones. So starting off, we got the Redskins at the Cowboys on Thursday night. I like the Redskins. Cowboys look pretty bad without Zeke. In fact, they look terrible without Zeke, so I'll see a Redskins win there. Sunday, we've got the Colts at the Jaguars first off, and I like the Jags. The Colts, sometimes they look good, but most of the time they don't, so I'll take the Jags at home. They'll recuperate from their loss in Arizona. And then coming up on the first of many close games this week, we've got the Chiefs at the Jets. Jets have upset some teams that, it's been kind of surprising. And then the Chiefs are just basically falling apart right now. Statistically, they're fairly equal defenses. The Chiefs' offense is better, and both teams have been struggling as of late, like I said. I think the Chiefs will finally grab a win here and get back on track a little bit. It seems like they've lost a lot of chemistry, a lot of offensive production, and I think they'll win this game. Texans at Titans. I like the Titans in this one. Texans, it's hard when you lose your starting quarterback. We've seen that this year with Green Bay, with the Texans. The Dolphins lost their starting quarterback early in this, before the season even started. And there's probably been a couple others that I cannot think of right now. But those teams tend to struggle when they lose their quarterbacks, and the Texans, they followed that pretty tightly. So, their offense isn't terrible. They put up points, but they're not that good anymore. If Watson was here, the Texans would win, just like they did the first game. They destroyed the Titans. But in this case, I like the Titans. They're 5-1 in the last 6 games. They're clicking a little bit better, so I'll take them. Buccaneers at Packers. Buccaneers they're another team that lost their quarterback, and they've struggled. So it's at Packers, so home field advantage for them. This is going to be a very even matchup. Both teams' defenses and both teams' offenses are very, very close. But I liked how the Packers dealt with the Steelers last week. They put up points against the number 4 defense in the entire league, which was really impressive. They stayed in the game. I didn't think they had it in them. If they do that, if they can get those big plays, then I think they win. So I've got the Packers. Broncos at Dolphins. This is a crap game. Both stink right now. Both defenses give up a lot of points, although the Broncos defense is much better at making plays, I would argue. And so because of that, I'll make it short and sweet. I don't like the Dolphins right now. They look terrible, so I'll take the Broncos beating the Dolphins in Miami. Next game, another kind of stink game. We got the 49ers at the Bears. And this one's kind of going to depend on Garoppolo and whether he starts or not. He came in for the last 10 seconds or something this last game and threw a touchdown pass. Whoop-de-doo. Good for him. But I don't know how good he actually is in one game with the 49ers. So I'll take the Bears. They're home. 49ers rushing defense is 3rd worst in the league. And we all know that all the Bears have is Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen. They've got a good rushing offense, and they have an okay passing offense. And then as long as their defense can hold up against the 49ers, they're going to win this game with ease. So I'll take the Bears. Lions at Ravens. This will be a pretty good game. The Ravens have the second best defense, but their offense sucks, and the Lions' offense is pretty average. Like, if you think of an average offense in the NFL, think of the Lions. I mean, they put up points every week. They can move the ball if they need to, but they're not great. They're not like the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers or New England with Brady. And then the Lions' defense is okay. They've been able to force a lot of turnovers lately and score points off that, so that's a big part of their game. And I think they're going to be able to do that versus the Ravens and win this one. So Lions over Ravens. Vikings at Falcons. This is a potential like game of the week. It's crazy. This is the number 5 and number 6 offense facing off. I calculated the stats over the last 3 games for both teams, their offensive production. Falcons are averaging 31.5 points in the last 3 games, and the Vikings are averaging 30.5. So you got a point difference. So they're scoring, they're moving the ball, they're doing a lot right now. The Vikings have won 7 straight. I think the Falcons have won 3 or 4 straight. These are 2 teams that are on fire right now. But from what I saw, it looked like the Falcons lost to teams with pretty good defenses. They have lost to Carolina. You know, Carolina's got a good defense. Buffalo and Miami, those 2 had pretty good defenses at the time that they lost, and now with the progression of the season and trades and stuff and injuries, Buffalo and Miami's defenses are not that good anymore. But we all know the Vikings defense is quite good, ranked number 5 or around there. And so I'll take the Vikings beating the Falcons, extending that win streak to 8. Patriots at Bills. I'll take the Patriots in that one, although if you wanted to, you could do some research and the Bills could pull an upset. But Patriots are looking pretty fire right now, so I'd take the Patriots. Browns at Chargers. That's an easy Chargers win. They've been crazy hot as well. Giants at Raiders. I'll take the Raiders. Rams at Cardinals. Rams are a good team, very well rounded, so I'll take the Rams. I don't think the Cardinals are going to pull off another upset. And then we've got the Panthers at the Saints. The Saints have started to slow down. Like, I was surprised that they won a couple weeks ago versus the Redskins, and then they struggled a little bit more versus the Rams. Panthers have a good defense, but the Saints destroyed the Panthers the first time they played earlier this year. This is the number 2 offense versus the number 2 defense, and so it's very even. I think the Saints are going to pull this one out at home. They're a good team all around. They'll figure it out. They have a lot of weapons. Moving on to what I consider the game of the week it's the Birds, the Eagles at the Seahawks. Seahawks are home. That's a huge advantage for them. The Eagles, they have the 3rd best defense and the 3rd best offense. So another really well-rounded team. And they are very good against the run. They allow like 65 yards per game, which is best in the NFL. Something I haven't heard a lot of talk on. I've heard, all the talk of the Saints' 8-game win streak, and then it got snapped. But the Eagles have won 9 games in a row now. That's pretty impressive. The only team they lost to was Kansas City, when Kansas City was looking like they could go undefeated. And they're just dominating everybody. Like, I think the Seahawks will put up a fight more than other teams, but the Eagles are so well-rounded and so powerful that I believe they're going to win this game pretty easily. So I'll take the Eagles in that one. And then for the Monday night game, we got the Steelers at the Bengals. I don't expect an upset there. Bengals don't look that great, although they're looking a little bit better than they were earlier in the season. Yeah, I'll take the Steelers. So that is it for my picks for week 13. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next week.